I think I've read that you don't agree with, I think, Elizabeth Warren's proposal, for example, to break up some of the biggest technology companies, the Facebooks, the Googles. Why is that? Am I right first? And why is that?
No, you're generally right. And this is not to say I'm against breaking up tech companies, because some of them you should break up certain parts of their businesses. And it has gone really haywire in Silicon Valley, where the primary business model is to get bought by one of the behemoths now. It's not like build a company for 20 years and stand the test of time. Yeah, it's just like, hey, if I become enough of a pest, then someone will throw some money at me and I'll get like absorbed into the Borg.
Innovation, competition at its best, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So there are massive excesses. We should have some of these companies get quote unquote broken up in some respects. The problem is that assuming that if I break up Amazon into 4 mini Amazons, that then competition will take hold and that will improve the situation, doesn't take into account some of the dynamics of technology marketplaces. So the comparison I make is that no one wants to use the 4th best navigation app, and no one is binging anything.
I was binging your name all weekend.
Well, then you're the only one,
way
man.
I found that's why all my questions
The
are
CEO
wrong.
of Bing is like...
Who is the CEO of Bing?
I don't know. I think it's still a division of Microsoft.
Okay, got it.
So saying like, hey, like, are there quasi-monopolies that need to be curbed? Yes. If I break them up into 4 mini versions of themselves, it probably does not solve the problem. Mm-hmm. And one of the problems that I cite is that right now our young people are in a mental health crisis with the anxiety and depression coincident with smartphone adoption and social media apps. And my friend Tristan Harris says that we have the smartest engineers in the country turning supercomputers into slot machines and dopamine delivery devices for teenagers. Mm-hmm. Now, if you say, hey, now Facebook and WhatsApp and Instagram have separate ownership structures, does that make our kids less depressed? Probably no impact. And so the break 'em up solution to me is not necessarily digging in and solving the true problems that technology is causing. Sometimes breaking them up, having them divest parts of the business would be the right solution, but in other cases, you'd want to adopt different types of approaches.
All right, I'm going to ask Jeeves that answer later and see if it's right. But like, you look at a Facebook, right? They acquired Instagram, they acquired WhatsApp, so suddenly they are, by some major order of magnitude, the biggest messaging platform on the planet. Do you think a company like that? Well, let me ask this differently. Do you think we should update our antitrust laws to address something like that? Okay.
Yeah. So price is the wrong framework for antitrust, because a lot of the stuff they're like, it's free. Gouged you, like I wouldn't dream of it. Matter of fact, I just want to give it to you, and then like absorb all your data, and then the rest of it. So certainly we need an updated framework. And what I've been saying is we can't have 20th century solutions to 21st century problems. And having a price and competition framework is a 20th century solution, and those are not the problems we face.